A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
Well, a child's happiness is priceless, right? Especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday. A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on their birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially when it comes to their birthdays.
Absolutely.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
Well, a child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's smile is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
You know, a child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday. You like that?
He is suggesting a US president enlisted a foreign intelligence service to spy on a political adversary. That is an explosive charge.
This is a serious allegation. This might be the most serious allegation any president has made against a previous president.
But this is a very serious allegation for a sitting president to make about his predecessor. Trump tweeted.
Notice it's all a total repeat on every channel because it's talking points written by John Podesta. Alex Jones here, back live. Thank you so much for joining us. We've got earthquake news. We've got more on Trump's historic UN speech. We've got more professors saying kill cops and being supported by their universities. We've got a lot of really important things to cover. Trump is also being blamed right now for the earthquake in Mexico City that's killed over 248 people, 20 of them at least school children. They're blaming climate change on humans first and then claiming that climate affects earthquakes. Though even mainline pro-anthropogenic global warming scientists don't believe that. So this is true voodoo. That's all coming up. And we also have the incredibly insane coloring books being given to children nationwide under federal schooling, teaching them that they're depressed and need to be put on serotonin reuptake inhibitors. This is big pharma raping your child's mind, turning them into victims and then actually victimizing them with these deadly chemicals, which they admit increase the onset of cancer and early death 33%. That's all coming up. But first, late-night comics like Stephen Colbert and Trevor Noah and John Oliver and all the usual suspects get the same talking points and then go out and parrot them. The same talking points come in to the show's writers. They then rewrite it, load it into a teleprompter, and then the host sits there at a desk or walks off onto the stage looking at teleprompters with cues for the in-studio audience to cheer. In many cases, they don't even have a studio audience. They just have a laugh track that they play in the background. Wouldn't it be weird if I played a laugh track whenever I said something funny and there weren't really people here? But again, it's all part of the synthetic total fraud. Now remember, they told us late-night comics, reading off their teleprompters, the prepared points, as actors, not even comedians, not even funny, they told us, posing as fake newsmen, that's what they all do, that Trump would never be elected. Then they told us that he'd never get the GDP up to 3.0, which we've now done. And they just go on and on and on. And they also told us Trump was insane, that no one was wiretapping him, because everybody knows there's no NSA or CIA. Everybody knows that, well, wait, they'd been in the news during the campaign and after, when he was president-elect, but not president yet, that they were spying on him. But it was done illegally, so as Trump said, I'm coming after you, they went, whoa, 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 we never said that. We're like, all you've done in the New York Times and CNN is say you spied on Clapper. I mean, Clapper said that his whole system was doing it, that they had the goods, and you had Obama saying they had the goods, and you had the New York Times saying they had the goods. And then suddenly Clapper and Obama and Hillary said, oh, we never spied on anybody during the campaign, as Trump turned it around and pointed out how illegal it was. So now we have their big epic fail here. And again, I'm just Alex Jones. There's no teleprompter here. I'm just laying out the facts. But you all remember them during the campaign and when he was president-elect from November 8th to January 20th for almost 3 months, saying they had proof, they had wiretaps, they were tapping Manafort, they were tapping Trump Tower. It was in the front page of the New York Times over and over again. Then they turned it around and said we were insane, it never happened. That's how stupid they think you are. But here's the thing. We're going to go back to the memory machine, and we're going to show when they made fun of the president and yours truly and others and said over and over again it never happened. Now CNN, now the Associated Press, now they're all having to admit it because it's coming out in the intelligence committees that are having hearings, and they're going to the records. Ladies and gentlemen, we got records from law enforcement that showed Trump was being spied on, as well as myself and Michael Savage. We published that 4 months ago, and it got no coverage. It was Donald Trump's personal phone numbers. It was my personal phone numbers. It was a database from federal law enforcement that they leaked to the world so you'd know the truth. But now they've got epic egg on their face. Before we do that, though, because it's so delicious, here's the teleprompter reading. Usurper over here to look down his nose and talk down to all his flyover country folks and tell us that President Trump would never be president.
Do it. Do it. Look at me. Do it. I will personally write you a campaign check now on behalf of this country, which does not want you to be president, but which badly wants you to run.
So you speak for America. America doesn't want you. You're not going to win. But he said one thing that's true. You'll boost our ratings. All those programs had almost no viewers and were down by over 95% on the decade. They had a little bit of a dead cat bounce for a while as folks tuned in to see the train wreck, and their ratings went back up for a while. Nothing like they'd been, but now they've started their free fall yet again. So you are a joke, John Oliver, Trevor Noah, Colbert. You win awards at the Emmys for lying about myself and Trump. You win awards for being actors that read lies off teleprompters. So prepare yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, for the rich analysis and critiquing of these frauds who hope their audience doesn't remember them every night for months making fun of Trump, saying there is no spying. And it wasn't about Trump. The deep state doesn't want you to know you're being spied on illegally. They don't want you to have empathy for the president who went through it as well and who wants to reform it. They don't want that to happen, so they got to make fun of him and make fun of you and say, nobody's spying on you out of one side of their mouth, while out of the other side of their mouth, they're totally admitting they're doing it to you and treating you like a retarded animal. They hate you, the people writing the talking points. The Stephen Colbert just wants to jump around and act intellectual. Reportedly, the guy can hardly talk behind the scenes. He's like depressed and he's all moody. I've talked to folks that know him, and it's just totally whacked out. I mean, these are nobodies like John Kerry. Behind the scenes, they can hardly talk. And again, though, they confidently read off teleprompters what other men wrote. They read other men's lies and then force feed it on you thinking you're an idiot. You talk about the scum of the earth with a big, raging you-know-what to screw you and your family over. And they're betting you never wake up, and they're betting you keep buying it. But the truth is their ratings are going down, down, down as the world wakes up. So here are the losers of the losers, wrong again.
Claims, as Trump does, is that the people around you have to go to increasingly ridiculous lengths to try to defend those claims. And this weekend we saw another example of that when White House counselor Kellyanne Conway was asked if she had any proof for Trump's outlandish claim that Obama wiretapped him during the campaign, and offered this bizarre answer.
How does he know that his phone was actually tapped?
Let me answer that globally. He's the president of the United States. He has information and intelligence that the rest of us do not.
You know what? Yeah, I'll agree with that. Trump has intelligence that I definitely do not.
Good pause.
I agree.
Again, The president is the president now, is able to see globally all the U.S. intelligence, and they can go in and know exactly what happened, but he can't release it because he'd be violating national security. The same thing Comey is set to get indicted for. So you think your audience is stupid, and you play along and act like that was dumb what Conway said. No, what she said's true. As soon as he actually got into office, he was able to find out about all of it. You think if I'm getting these documents, the president isn't getting them all? Let's go back to it.
I definitely do not. I agree. Listen, people, one more time. Trump's accusation is ridiculous and pathetic.
He's suggesting a U.S. president enlisted a foreign intelligence service to spy on a political adversary. That is an explosive charge. This is a serious allegation.
Back it up. They've been all over the news for years, spying on the Senate, armed services, and intelligence committees. It's been all over the news. There's huge scandals in England about it, where they got caught spying on us. But they think you're illiterate politically. Continue.
Explosive charge. This is a serious allegation. This might be the most serious allegation any president has made against a previous president.
But this is a very serious allegation for a sitting president to make about his predecessor. Trump tweeted.
Notice it's all a total repeat on every channel, because it's talking points written by John Podesta. Literally. Continue.
Trump tweeted, terrible, just found out that Obama had my wires tapped in Trump Tower just before the victory. Nothing found. This is McCarthyism. And the other one, how low has President Obama gone to tap my phones during the very sacred election process? This is Nixon Watergate, bad or sick guy. He said Obama is either a bad or sick guy. Maybe he means him as compliments. Like, yeah, man, he's bad. He's a bad guy.
The NSA's deputy director told the BBC it was arrant nonsense, revealing a complete lack of understanding in how the relationship works.
Yeah, Clapper and Brennan and all of them have been caught perjuring themselves to Congress and are funding Morgan Friedman doing video ads calling for war with Russia. You people are kooks. By the way, Max Boot that helped make up the WMD lie, he's the guy that wrote the script for Morgan Friedman. The WMD liars are now giving us the Russia lie. Continue.
And for their part, GCHQ called the accusations utterly ridiculous. And yet, rather than distancing himself from Spicer, Trump decided to back him up.
Are you asking, did I wiretap Donald Trump? Of course, I did it.
How low has President Obama gone to tap my phones?
Also
during the very sacred election process. This is Nixon/Watergate.
Hello? Hey, Barack. Sorry, we have to investigate you on this wiretapping thing.
But you know I didn't do that.
I know, but we still have to investigate it. Otherwise, it'll look like I'm just mentally unstable.
The craziest thing about Trump calling for an investigation without any evidence, zero evidence. Trump has not produced a shred of evidence. There is no evidence for Trump's claims.
The evidence did not come.
So where did Trump get his info? From the CIA? From the FBI?
Where are you getting this information?
From a very reputable source.
What, the FBI, the CIA?
InfoWars. It's a radio show hosted by Alex Jones. You know he's legit.
This is them falling on their disgusting little rat faces, proven to be lying scum, reading off talking points to deceive the public and derail the president who's fighting to turn the economy on and give all Americans their basic freedoms back. Shame on you, cowards, and history will know you were Benedict Arnolds.